Hi there everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here, and if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. And of course, my oldies, you know how I feel about you guys. Thank you so much for hanging in here with me. Okay, I want to take a look at Hollywood today. And this is something that I've been wanting to delve into for a while, but since Diddy, all the things that have come up with Diddy now, I really want to take a deep dive into it. And I'm going to try to make this quick. I want to do, and there may be a part 1, 2, or 3. Okay, so just look out for that, guys. But the things that have been going on with him, and a lot of people say, you know, if you listen to interviews and that kind of thing, he was having rituals, some kind of rituals was going on at these after parties. And as you guys know, or some of you may not know, well, I'm making you aware of it now if you didn't know, there is such a thing as exchange of energy. And these exchanges can be made by having, I don't want to say anything, that's going to upset you two, but like people getting together, you know, in the emotional nature and that kind of thing, and you can conjure up with these rituals. People are most of the time conjuring up all of this energy for a reason. Okay, so don't think that Diddy was doing this just because he was a little abnormal and wanted it so much all the time and all that kind of stuff. No, that's not what it was. There was something going on which I think was more of an exchange of energy. He was taking people's life force, in a sense, because I feel like he had already, and I'm listening to my guys here, he had already given up himself. He had already given himself up, so he's got to feed this. He's got to keep bringing this energy back into himself. So the more people that he got to participate, the better. Now, this is the reason that this is one of the reasons that he had to have people put things in people's drinks and in the baby oil and that kind of thing, because most people wouldn't have went for this. I'm not saying that some wouldn't have, but for the most part, people were there thinking that they were going to advance their career and that kind of thing, because he was such a big mogul and all that they were going to get, you know, their name out there with him and that kind of thing. That's what most people went there expecting. They thought they were going to a party, they were going to dance, they were going to have fun, you know, fun drinks, you know, just party a little bit and network and that kind of thing, but it didn't work out that way. And if you notice, these people that talk about these things, the ones that are stepping forward and talking about it, they have kind of given up their career. They have no, you know, they feel like they, you know, whatever that happened to them has made them not even want to be bothered with the entertainment industry anymore. So you see what I'm saying about the life force, taking your energy and that kind of thing? So, I got my questions here too, guys, because I got so many questions. But I want to know, let me just see here what my first question is. Why is this happening now? That's the first question I want to know. I want to ask, why is this happening now, at this time? What is it that's causing all of this to come to the forefront, even though we know it's been going on for years and years and years? I mean, you know, we hear about Shirley Temple, and, you know, she was way, way back in the day. You know, they were doing things with little people and that kind of thing. It's been happening for a while. So let's just ask Spirit. Spirit, give us some information on why this is coming to the forefront now. What is happening in this era that we are in right now that has caused this to come forth for us to take a look at. Some of us, you know, you think that what he's doing is really unreal, and I think that a lot of people don't realize the energy and the life force that they have, and that, you know, it's something that you need to protect. So, and guys, you know what? Sometimes, if you're like me, sometimes I can go into a place, and I know this has happened to everybody, and you go into this place, or whatever, this house, or this room, whatever, establishment, and something feels off. The energy just doesn't feel right. Maybe someone was arguing or something like that. You feel that. You feel that. If you really, and you can really tap in, and sometimes it's like you're ready to leave, or you can meet someone. You can meet someone, and their aura and energy force, you can't stand being around them. So this is the kind of thing. Energy is real. It's real. And I think that Spirit wants us to know, to get us back to that. Get us back to that. But let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, Spirit, tell us, why is this happening now at this time? What is going on that we need to know now? Well, one reason is we need to better ourselves. I think some of us have forgotten that who we are, period. I'll put it that way. We've forgotten who we are. We're connected. We're all connected. And yes, someone can do that. And sometimes people don't know that that is a real thing, that it can happen. Okay, I think we're talking about here. Look at this card. Material and spiritual prosperity. Now, this is what was happening, especially with Diddy. This is one of the reasons that he was having these rituals. You think you're going to a party, but what you're really going to is some kind of ritual. And you wouldn't participate probably if you hadn't been given something to make you lose your sense of reality in a way, okay? You've like given up your powers because you don't know, you know, what's happening, what's going on around you, and that kind of thing, because you've been given something to make you forget who you are. And so this is what he was doing. He wanted, and I hope you guys will take a good look at this card. He wanted that material and spiritual wealth. Okay? So he was tapping into spiritual. He came forward with it. This is why he had so many of them. So many people were involved. It was like he was just moving forward. Once he learned how to do this, how to tap in, how to take the energy from others, the others' life force and that kind of thing, he just moved forward. I mean, he had all this energy built up in him. And what he wanted to do was be victorious over everyone. And you hear that. You hear people say, well, he got rid of so-and-so because he was up and coming, and the big names that have left us, I don't want to say who, what, because I don't really know. All I know is the rumors. But people say, well, he got rid of so-and-so because he wanted them out of the way so that he could prosper more. And this could be true because he had all these people. He didn't have to do anything. He had all these people working for him because he had already stripped them of their power. They didn't realize what was going on around them. And so when he said do something, they were ready to jump and do it. Okay? Wow. So we have that the light is, the Spirit is saying there's hope. Light is going to be shown on, guess what the next card is? Oh, it's the devil. Okay? He was pretty much a devil. Not was, is. Okay? So there's hope for those. Spirit wanted the devil to be exposed, is what I'm hearing. We need to learn. There's wisdom. There is wisdom in what's happened at this time. So we need to learn. We need to understand. We need to. We say take your power back. I mean, of course, most of us haven't been through what a lot of these people have been through, but still we've given up our power. Because we don't realize that we have it. For the most part, we don't realize. We're trying to figure out, why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why can't I get this? Why can't I do that? It's because you've given up your power. It's all within you. It's all within you. Okay? And for a lot of these people, I'm seeing this hope card. So I have a feeling that not once this is over, or, people may be able, and maybe not even them, but people will be able to come back and really use their God-given talents for whatever. They're singing, they're dancing, they're, entertaining, I'll say. They go out there and they think they're going out there and everything's going to be good. Okay, but it's been taken from them. So we may see a turnaround, and people that are actually talented may start, coming back. You know what I'm saying? Because some people just got the power, or were able to move up because they were connected to him in an emotional, spiritual. They had to give up certain things in order to get where they wanted to be, whether they had talent or not. There's going to be change, but it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute. We're talking about Hollywood. So it's like you have to be patient, because it's going to start small. This is a small part of it, okay? And then it's going to grow. So there will be harmony brought back. This is what Spirit is saying. And things will be balanced, because I think this has something to do with that feminine, masculine energy too. Like the feminine energy that's coming back around. It's all working together, guys. It's all working together. So harmony is going to be brought back into the situation, and there's going to be success for those people who were discouraged, who I'll say for the people that are coming up now that really want to do something with their lives, want to really use their gifts and talents and that kind of thing, people are going to be more aware of what's going on. So they're not going to fall into traps like the Diddy trap again, So not saying that it'll never happen again, but I think it'll be more underground. This was kind of happening in your face, and when I think about it, the more I think about it, I think that the reason that a lot of it was done the way it was done, and it was so out in the open, and nobody was talking, he kind of had, and I hate to say it like this, but power. He had stripped people of their power. Nobody would believe what they said when they said it, because that's how much life force he had taken. And this is the truth coming out also, guys. The truth of these rituals and things are going to come out. Not saying that they're going to totally stop, because people are always going to be using their magical powers, or whatever you want to call it, to do things, unsavory things. This is what I'm hearing. Sometimes people use it in the wrong way. Okay, and he was one of those people. Okay, we have fulfillment of wishes. Okay, so I'm still getting that people who want to use their gifts and talents will be, things will open up so that this kind of thing doesn't happen. You know, this is like we're being educated. There's a lesson behind all this. If you have you have a dream, you have a dream, and there's something you want to do, and you know in your heart this is what you need. You know that you need to do it. It's like something that's beckoning at you, like okay, I've gotta make this music. I gotta sing. You know, I gotta whatever kind of art. What kind of you're an artist. You're musical, or you're a dancer, or you're gifted painter, or whatever kind of creative thing that Spirit has put in you. You want to use it, and sometimes you know what's happened in Hollywood now is that people go in networking and that kind of thing thinking that they're going to get help, and there's a devil there waiting for you. Now he's not the only devil. There's a lot of them. There was a lot of them. You know, they were all tapping into this energy. Now, I want to know. Well, the question was why it's happening now, and it's happening now because God wants us to be. Spirit wants us to be educated as to what is going on around us, and to learn how to use our powers in a positive way, and to use more discernment. If you're somewhere and things don't feel right, leave. If you're around someone and the energy doesn't feel right, leave. Okay, now, I'm just looking at my notes, guys. Of course, you know I got notes here. I'm going to ask one more question tonight before I move on. Okay. What is the impact when the public finds out what's really been going on in Hollywood? It's still one of those things, one of those fantastical stories that most people wouldn't believe. Well, people have been talking about it for years and nobody believed the victims. So, what's going to be the perception of the public once they realize what's been going on in Hollywood? All right. I just thought of another question I'll ask, guys, before I let you go. But all the lives that have been ruined, you know, innocent people. That's the problem. Okay, there is going to be a recognition of what's happened. So for a lot of people are going to really recognize what's been going on. Things are going to come full circle. There is going to be well, this is a time for reckoning. You know, these people that have been doing this, karma is waiting for them. I think we're going to learn more about our spiritual strength. That's what's going to happen with the public. Because Hollywood is so big, so vast. The celebrities are so big and so vast. They're stars, you know. They're that's how most people think of them. They're bigger than life. You know, these celebrities, when people see them, they get all excited and that kind of thing. Well, it's because they've been put in our face so much. We see them in entertainment. We see them, we recognize them from TV or from theaters and that kind of thing, you know, concerts, that kind of thing. They have all this energy that they're using, and it's like Spirit wants us to know that we have the energy is within us also. Okay? So I think that we're going to learn to tap into our own spiritual growth, spiritual strength, in a way that's positive and not negative. Okay, there's going to be a lot of conflict. Of course, there's going to be the people that's like, no, that doesn't have anything to do with anything. Some non-believers, and that's fine. You know, people are who people are. But there is definitely going to be change, and as we learn more about our power, we will learn how to bring more things into fruition for ourselves, not relying on someone else to do it for us. Okay? Especially not a man. But you can tap into your spiritual powers and get what you need also. I think that those that were doing this in a negative way are going to find themselves, locked up in jail. Bottom line, I don't know what else to say. It's entrapped. Okay? And they're going to have time to think about what they've done and that kind of thing. And I think they're going to be haunted by what they've done with their lives. There's going to be growth. People are going to grow from this. They're going to learn from this again, but it's going to take some time. I think that people are going to learn how to tap into, understand their guides and that kind of thing. This is more about the spiritual awakening of the public. At this time, I feel like this is what we're going through, a spiritual awakening, and this is a part of it. Again, we have the harmony card coming up. A balance between the feminine and the masculine energies. It's going to be an end to people suffering in silence. You know, these people that this has happened to have had to suffer in silence. Okay? And Diddy is not the only one that was doing these kinds of things. I don't know. From what I hear, the other guy, the Playboy Mansion was oh God, you guys know who I'm talking about. Put it in the comments section if you know who I'm talking about. I don't know why I can't think of his name right at the moment. But these people have been suffering in silence. And this is not the first time that this has happened in the entertainment industry. This is the first time that it's been made so public. And people are coming out and talking about it now because they feel like they can, because the devil is behind jail, is in the jail. you know, behind bars. But I think people are gonna feel better and able to talk and maybe even try to get their careers back on track and that kind of thing. People are going to learn to use their intuition. So this is what's going to happen, which is what I just talked about, is we have to use discernment. We have to listen within so that we can hear. We all have these gifts. Tap in. And I'll tell you something, the best way to do that, guys, is start taking some time, meditate, whatever way you meditate. You don't have to sit down and meditate. You can do this in the shower. You can do it while you're walking, that kind of thing. But it's like be still and listen and see what comes up, you know. Still in the way that you're still, okay. But anyway, I think we're going to start getting those intuitive powers back again. This is what Spirit wants us to know. Okay, guys. So anyway, like, share, and subscribe, please. If you got anything out of this, pass this on to others that may need to hear this information. And I will see you guys on the next read. Have a good evening.